Hello my friends and welcome back. Thank you very much for being with me again today. As you probably should know, these guys in the mass media, when they make a decision to post a piece of news, including a picture or more than one picture or when they type the article, the whole thing goes through the eyes of not only the person who's the author of that article, obviously, but it goes to the editor, editors, could be meetings, could be all kind of stuff. So there's pictures, and of course they look at the pictures and see if the picture that you're going to post, for instance, is the one that is supposed to, why? To send a message. The pictures over there that you see when you look at an article, the picture is not just, pick the first one, whichever you want. No, it has to obviously send a message. Now, the easiest way to see it is, for instance, when you have an enemy, or the United States has an enemy. I'm talking about the U.S. press, and then they, when they have the enemy or a person they don't like, and the mass media, posts a picture of the article. The picture is usually of the guy in a very stupid position. I observed this, for instance, not that this guy was an enemy, but he was definitely the bad dude, which was Donald Trump. If you look at the pictures, mostly the mass media placed when they were writing articles about him, he was always like that. One of my children asked me, what's wrong with Trump, that is, when you see the news, he's always like that. Is he crazy or something? Well, I explained to the kid that no, it's not that, but this is the way things work. And when you have a person like Biden or Kamala Harris, the pictures will be most likely, like this. We know this. The same thing when you look for an article, for instance, and if you look for an article coming from an accredited outlet, if you know what I mean, you're gonna find it even if you make all the spelling errors. They're gonna find it for you. They're gonna immediately. But if you, let's say, look for an article from a not so accepted media outlet, coming from someone that is not really our friend, if you misspell one word, one letter in one word in a title like this, you're not gonna find the article. It's not gonna be the first option over there. Whereas on the other side, you can butcher the whole sentence. You don't even have to give the whole sentence. You give, I don't know, I have an example right now, that's why I'm a little bit riled up about it. I look for an article and I just put the, first three words and, the media outlet. Immediately, I made all kind of mistakes because I was like in a hurry, and actually not like this. I was like this, the pecker. Okay, so that's what I was doing, and immediately got it. But I was looking for a different article from, let's say, Sputnik or Russia Today. I put over there everything spelled okay. I think I missed one letter. I misspelled one letter in one word. Didn't come. I couldn't find the article that I knew I found it, because what I do, I take pictures. So I have it, and then when I come back and I have it here, it's a different story. So I couldn't find it. I knew it was there. So then I was like, and finally I got it. All right, so this is with these images. Now, why did I say that? Because I'm going to show you this guy who's continuously portrayed as what he is, a villain, a bad dude, a criminal, and the picture even shows it, you see? I mean, look at those eyes. You know what I mean? I mean, I know that could turn some people on, in a certain way, but on the other hand, that's not the goal of this face right here, which is okay, because this comes from Ukrinform. And Ukrinform is a Ukrainian media outlet, but it's understandable, don't get me wrong. So let's see what's going on with this article from Ukrinform that came on the 7th of February 2023. Go back here. White House explains why Wagner group leader, the bad dude, spared no effort to seize Bakhmut. Also, all right, so that means this guy really wanted to, get Bakhmut. And let's see for what reasons. Just because he's a criminal? No. All right, let's see. And remember this word, White House, these two words. White House explains. So this is going to be what White House thinks why this guy spared no effort to seize Bakhmut. Yevgeny Prigozhin, the bad guy, head of the Wagner group, which both Ukraine and the US recognize as a transnational criminal organization. Okay, 2 countries out of 193. Has a personal economic interest in capturing the Ukrainian city of Bakhmut in the country's east. Okay, I wonder how they made a connection. But you'll see how the level of reasoning these guys employ. Why? Because they know they are going to have the main population read it and just believe it. This assessment was expressed by John Kirby. So John Kirby, the White House National Security Council coordinator. So he's a big shot, but he's a weasel, who spoke at the press briefing on Monday. Ukrinform's own correspondent reports. And this is what Kirby said. And I'm quoting, the handsome man seems to be most interested in capturing Bakhmut. Obviously, he's ironic because this is the handsome man over there. We, who's we? The White House, believe that he is doing this for personal gain. We believe. Okay, I believe that the pig can fly. Well, nobody will say anything because it's a belief. If I say I assess, or I know, that's a different story. We believe, okay, you believe he's doing this for personal gain. I would like to see the connection. Not only to improve his own status in the Kremlin hierarchy, but also because there are gypsum mines there. So for gypsum. And he could is a possibility, have certain economic benefits by capturing Bakhmut, end quote. The White House representative explained. All this is maybe, could, I believe, nothing. All right, now, if Bakhmut area has gypsum mines, and this guy, who's the head of a mercenary group, goes over there, is because of that. This is what these guys tell us with no evidence. It's just because of his, personal gain. He emphasized that the city is currently undergoing intense fighting. Ukrainians continue to fight for Bakhmut. Okay, well, let's use the same logic. If this guy, with his army, group, mercenaries, are over there for personal gain, not to push the Ukrainians westward for his country, for anything like that. No. He's just a criminal who wants personal interest. He's a bad dude after all. That's been already determined. Now, by saying that, let's go back. Could we think that maybe United States invasion and liberation and bringing democracy and freedom to Iraq was because of its oil? No. Why? Because we are the good people. And Prigozhin is the bad dude. But how are we good people? Because we are the good people. Because we say so, and because we brought democracy and freedom in Iraq. Okay, what about Libya? Could it be because of the oil over there? No. Because Gaddafi was a bad dude, and he needed to... Anyway, so, where is the Libya's oil going right now? What's going on with that oil? I don't know. But anyway, you see, and these are just 2 examples. So wherever United States would intervene to bring democracy and freedom and all that is because it has different interests. Since it was so easy for this Kirby, the position of the White House, they believe he could, but he is, from the belief, he could be, they say that he is, sparing no effort to do that. But if you can't use the same reasoning about yourself, so that tells you lack of self-awareness. Not only self-awareness, because I think they know exactly what I'm talking about. It's just that they are weasels, or I think they just, what I do is right, or even if it's not right, is because I say so, I'm stronger, and I do whatever I want. Remember, they said, okay, that Wagner group is it's a transnational terrorist organization. Okay, how many entities recognize that? What, the European Union? I think they also did, but they would have mentioned it, but they didn't. But they did, or it was US and something else. I missed that one. The US, Ukraine and US, and I think it was also the European Union. So European Union with its what? I can't remember how many states are there. 25, 30, something like that. Let's give them 30. 30 plus 2. How many countries are on this planet again? 193. No, substitute those, let's say 35, and you get to what? With at least 100 and what? About 150, 148, 49, whatever the countries that did not recognize them as such. We like democracy? We like democracy. So let's vote. It's out of 193, we got those, but we didn't, the other ones. So you know what I mean? We like democracy when this... I'm not defending the Wagner group. I don't give a fuck about them. You know what I mean? The problem is that I'm required to accept whatever some other people determined, not for me, for the country. But I'm supposed to just say yes, yes, yes. But if you say no, I mean, at least I hope we are entitled to say that, I don't know, if it's light outside, to say no, actually it's dark, and not be punished for that. In this case, I have nothing to do with those guys, but I'm just saying how they are very quick to look. This was a good example. How these guys are very quick to point fingers, clear, this one, to this guy who might be looking for the gypsum mines over there. Could be, but could be not, because it's belief and could. All right? It is not evidence that he is planning, he will do it. No, it's weasel talk. But you see, they start with could, should, might, may, and at the end is he is. That's how they do it. Just pay attention. When they make a statement, a final statement, like Emil is bad, then they say, okay, how Emil is bad, and they make the point. They make with Emil might have done that. Emil could have done that. Maybe, allegedly, reportedly. So nothing like, hey, Emil did this bad thing. No, they usually come with might, could, may, boo, 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 and at the end they get like it's a fact. No, all your evidence that you prevented was not determined. It's not there. It's just could, might, it's just guessing. It's allegations. An allegation is not a conviction, okay? It's not something that was determined already. The same with this guy. He's over there just for that. I mean, if you want, I can look at the title again. And the title, you say, well, just a second. The title is just coming from the Ukrainians, so they're not guilty of anything, the White House. Really? White House explains why. Did it sound to you that they made their case, that convinced you? They didn't convince. I mean, if I still use the logic that the Greeks taught us, and not only the logic, but anyway, an assessment, an objective assessment of whatever evidence, they brought. White House explains why Wagner Group leader spared no effort to seize that. So they tell us exactly why, right there. It's not like could be, because, might. No, it's right there. It's a statement. And then this weasel says, well, this handsome man seems to be most interested in capital. Seems. Again, could, may. Why do you even bother to make a statement when it is about a seems, and then we believe, again, believe, and then he's doing it, we believe he's doing it. He might be doing it. From we believe, from seems, they got to doing for personal gain. Not only to improve his own status, but also because there are gypsum mines there. So what's the connection between gypsums and mines there? What if he's, I don't know, ladies of the night over there in Bakhmut? Is he doing for that? And why not? What if there are a lot of vodka over there? Why is he not doing for that? Why is he not doing for the trees in Bakhmut? Maybe he likes the streets. Maybe he likes the asphalt in Bakhmut. Maybe he's doing for that. How come is the gypsum? Because he can... how come he doesn't want to be the mayor of Bakhmut after that? I mean, and then I'm continuing here. And he could have certain economic benefit. He could. Okay, so that means United States is helping Ukraine for the same reason? Because they could get, let's say, their, how do you call it, arable land, right? After all, Ukraine, I think, has the biggest, the most fertile land over there for crops. So is that why the European Union tries to get Ukraine over there, not for the people and but for the land and its minerals or whatever it has over there? Is that why? For its, I think they have a lot of resources anyway, and it's in Donbass. I think they have, I don't know about, I know they have coal, but I don't know if they have oil or anything like that. But I know that's their industrial and where they get the resources from. So how about that? Is that why Europe? And then if not, why? Because Europe would never think like that. Nah. No. Anyway, so this is just another thing. And the Americans are helping Ukraine. Why? Because we are good people. And Prigozhin is a bad dude, and we have to intervene to push the evil Russians back. That's the way it is. The fight between the good and the evil. The angels of God against the angels of Satan. Now get your little, fairy tales and go to bed. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Stay strong, stay smart, look for the truth, and be just.